Hey guys, Steve from Lakeshore RV Center. Just going to do the video orientation on your Cougar fifth wheel. This is the 29 RKS. We'll start on the outside here, work our way to the inside. Any questions that come up or items that I missed, feel free to give me a call. You can reach me at 231-736-9162. And we'll start right here at the entrance. You'll notice that the steps on this are the ones that flip up inside the camper. And what you want to do when you're bringing these up and down is make sure this door is all the way open, that you have enough clearance between the side here and the door. If it were to close just a little bit, what will happen is the steps coming down will catch on the screen door frame, and obviously you don't want that to happen. So just make sure the door's all the way open when you're bringing the steps are down. It does have a friction hinge, which will help keep it open as well. A little windy up here today, and that friction hinge is doing a great job. Going through to the passenger storage, notice a couple of things out here. First is there is a hookup for a television. If you want to hook up a TV, you have on the bottom for a cable or antenna or satellite right there, then your 110 outlet. Next to that is the brain for the in command. Cover looks just like this. Take it off and it will show you what all these wires are about right here, as far as the colors and what they go to. Most importantly in here is, you can see right here there's switches, and these right here will operate your 3 slide outs and then also the awning on it as well. So if that in command screen on the inside that I'll show you in just a few minutes, if something were to go wrong with that to where it wasn't working properly, you can still manually open and close your slide outs and the awning on this by choosing which motor you want to open and close, and then to execute, just push the button there to bring it out, and then obviously the other one to bring it in. So that's what this is all about. You'll notice also on the inside, this black coil hose will hook up to your outside shower. That's going to be on the other side of the passenger storage. 50 amp cord is right here. We will have adapters for you from 50 to 30 and 30 down to 15 as well. Each side, you're going to have 30-pound propane tanks. These are going to be full for you, one on each side. Into the front compartment, you'll notice your spare tire and then also the battery box. There's room in that battery box for 2 batteries. And then you do have storage right in the front here as well. As we go around to the front of the camper here, you'll notice the LED light strips. To turn those on, these switches right here that say dock lights. Turn those 2 on, and then you'll notice the amber lights on the camper are now going to be on. One switch is for the 2 on the bottom, left and right, and then also the clearance one on the top is on a separate switch. Moving around to the side, this is your other 30-pound tank behind the door here. As we open up the pass-through on the off-door side, you'll notice just many different items here. Starting at the top, that coil hose I was telling you about, that plugs in right here. That's a quick connect fitting that will plug into, and then you can use just a garden hose attachment on the end of that coil to spray stuff off or whatever you want to, however you want to use that. Winterization, to winterize the unit, you can put a hose in, connect it right there where it says winterize, and then hot water bypass is on right now, and then winterization switch is actually off. But to winterize it, you'll bypass the hot water like it is, and then you'll hook a hose up to that winterization outlet right there, and then with the water pump it will draw antifreeze through the jug through the hose there. Below that is your city water connection. If you're at a campsite that has a water hookup, you'll hook up right there. And then just below that, this is covered a little bit, is your tank flush. That's your black tank flush. There's a warning sign right next to it that the valve has to be open. That's this valve right here. Pull it all the way open. Obviously push in to close. Make sure that black tank valve is all the way open when you hook the hose up to it, so it will, the waste and then also the water that you're using to flush out will come out through the outlet tube. Gray tank pull is right here. You do have a second gray tank pull. I'll show you where that's at in just a second. And then battery disconnect right here. On and off, that's to turn the battery off and on, and then just above that is the multi-source signal controller for the Key TV. If you're going to run cable TV or satellite, you'll just plug it in accordingly. Across from it, you have this is going to be your automatic leveling system. This is pretty straightforward right here. To bring the jacks, select the front right here, push it, those are going up. To retract it, down, and then whatever jack you want to do. To auto level, just push the auto level button and then it will automatically level the entire camper. Obviously make sure it's off the truck before you do that. Disconnect it from the truck and then pull away and hit the auto level feature, and it will level it front to back and also left to right. There is more instruction right here on how to use it in a little bit more detail, and then I will send you a supplement video as well on how to operate that system. Your hot water tank is right here. This is gas electric. That is going to be controlled with the in-command system on the inside, and again I'll show you right where that's at. And then your outlet, this is going to be for your gray and black. From the valves right there, that'll be the discharge tube for that. As we move to the back, you have your fresh water connection right here. Right there is where you're gonna fill your fresh water tank. It's just behind the key lock there. Go ahead and just put the hose, actually the diameter is big enough you can put the hose inside that and fill it up. That is a 60-gallon tank. Your second gray tank, which is your galley back in the kitchen, you can see where that's at right underneath there. It has its own discharge tube. This is where you're going to hook up your 50 amp cord in the back here, and then you do have a ladder to access up to the roof there. You'll notice this does have the Furrion prep for the backup camera. You can remove that cover right there. There's 4 screws, and then you can put a Furrion system replacement, a camera right there where that cover goes. So we walk around to the door side here, a little bit of storage in the back. This is an outside shower right here, and then your outside kitchen is right here. Electric fridge, you do have the pull-out grill right here. That is a capital grill, indirect grill, power outlet, and then just tons of storage out here as well. As we go to the inside, what we'll do is we'll go over the in-command system so we can turn some lights on as well. Power button right here, your default, so you gotta zoom out a little bit, there we go. Default passcode is going to be 4 zeros, 0, 0, 0, 0. It'll bring up the display of what you want to do. From here, if we want to turn on the lights, bedroom lights, those are on. Ceiling lights, those are on. And then under the awning, you just touch those, and that's the LED light strip under the awning. This will get you back out or to the home screen here. The heating and cooling, right here, what you'll want to do, not front AC but rear AC. From here, you can go ahead and determine what you want to do. If you want to run the fan, you can do that. You want to run the AC, you can do that. You can see what it's set at. You can set the temperature up and down. Shows what the temperature is on the inside, the zone. That's what this is for. This is actually the sensor, temperature sensor for the unit. Heat, if you want to run that, just click it to heat, and then if you want, you can actually put on automatic. You set your temperature at what you want it set at, and it will turn on the AC to get it down to 66 in here right now. Or if it, let's say it was 40 degrees inside, it would turn the furnace on to get it up to 66. So you just kind of set the temperature and leave it, and the unit itself will figure it out. Go back to the home screen. Lights we went over, slide outs and awnings, pretty self-explanatory. And again, where I showed you in the pass-through storage, if you have to manually operate one of these, the switches are down there. Settings right here. You can hook up your phone through Bluetooth. I would recommend doing that, downloading that Global Connect app that has that little icon right there. Wi-Fi, if you want to go into a park's Wi-Fi, you can go ahead and do that. Time and date, I would recommend setting that up. And that will allow you to schedule. I don't know if you caught that on the heating and cooling, but as far as going out, you can run a schedule right here, and the start and stop and all of that you can do right through the system here, but obviously you'd have to have the time set up. And then going back to settings, you can change the passcode if you'd like to do that. And then there are just a few other things you can do. You can change language on administration, stuff you'd really never have to get into. Right here, fresh water, if you just touch that, it will show you the contents of the tanks. Obviously, they're all empty right now. As they would fill up, the contents would show on here. And then where it says heater, these are the heat pads for the fresh. And then where it says waste tank, that is your black and gray tank heat pads on there. Hot water heater gives you the option. Obviously, it's off right now, gas or gas and electric. And then water pump to turn that on. You can hear that trying to go right now. And then turn that off. Battery, that's just the battery pack I have on it right now. It will just display the voltage of that. So that's kind of the in-command system right here. And again, if you have questions, feel free to get a hold of me, but I will send out another supplement video on that as well. As we go through the camper here, you have your fireplace underneath the 50-inch TV. That is a 4K TV. You do have storage on both sides of the television here. Then your hookups are going to be right here. Again, it is set up. There is an aerial antenna. So that's what is plugged into the TV right now. You don't have to do anything with the antenna itself. It's already, it's permanently fixed on top of the camper. And then you have your Furrion stereo. This is AM, FM, CD, DVD player. It is also Bluetooth, so you can go ahead and sync your phone to that if you want to play music. And you'll notice it has zone 1 and 2. There are 2 speakers outside, and then you do have 4 speakers on the inside of the camper up in the ceiling. And then just moving along in the kitchen area, you'll notice a couple of outlets and then USB ports. There is a vent there for the furnace. Sink covers over the sink. You have your 3-burner stovetop right here. This just folds up out of the way. There is the burners. The burners are the 3 middle ones. This is going to be for the oven itself, and this is a spark igniter similar to what you would have on a grill to ignite the burners, so you don't have to use a lighter. Microwave is going to be pretty standard, very similar to what you have at home, maybe just a little bit smaller, but you'll obviously have to be plugged in for that. Back in the corner, you do have a light switch, again, USB ports, and then there is a GFI outlet. So if some of your outlets are not working, make sure that is not tripped. There's also one up in the bathroom. I'll show you in a second. Your Dometic fridge right here, on, off, automatic. Turn it on, keep it on automatic, and what will happen is when you're plugged into electric, it will run off electricity. When you unplug it, it will default and go over to gas. So if you're going to go down the road and you keep this on automatic, make sure your propane tanks are full and that they are open. So it provides the fuel source for the refrigerator to work. And then into the slide out area, you have your theater seating right here. Just pull the handle on the inside on each side to recline it. And then you do have massage, light, and then heat on each of those right there. And then there is a USB port on each side of it. Pull out couch. This is a trifold sleeper sofa that'll pull out into about a full-size bed. And then as we go up into the bathroom, there's that other GFI outlet I was telling you about. You have right here, light switch. Shower, you can see how that's locked for travel position right there, so it's not opening and shutting. And then your porcelain foot flush toilet on the side there. Full 60 by 80 queen bed up front. Nightstands on both sides, again with USB ports and electrical outlets. Then you do have storage all the way throughout on the wardrobe slide. Then if you were to want to put a TV up in the bedroom, there is a backer right here where that sticker's at. and then connections at the top. Guys, I hope you have many, many years of enjoyment with your new fifth wheel. I certainly appreciate your business. And if you're ever to need anything, feel free to give me a call. Be more than happy to help you out the best I can. And I look forward to seeing you guys in just a couple days. Thank you.